what's up everyone? Good morning. This is LaShonda Prim. I just wanted to do a video this morning because I have been in prayer, and oh my goodness, y'all, when I tell you that we are under attack, and y'all know that we wrestle not with flesh, but we wrestle with spirits and principalities and things that are far beyond our reach. Listen, I'm telling you, it's just one thing after the other, but I thank God that He is so much better than the things that we go through, the things that we see, the things that we feel, the things that we can get our hands on, the things that we think that we can handle, the things that we think that we can be in control of. He already takes care of those situations for us, and I'm just so thankful to know that the relationship that we have together is bigger, and I don't have to worry about it, you know. And y'all, listen, I was just sitting here, and this morning I got up and I prayed last night because I recognized, and I thank God that He gave me a spirit of discernment to recognize when attacks are coming so hard on my family, and attacks are coming so hard against everything that He's telling me to do, and everything that He is showing me that I will become, and the things that He's telling me to go forward and do and reach back and grab, and all of these different things. Okay, y'all, I got a word, okay? And I want you all to, I hope that this word is a blessing for somebody, because it definitely blessed me. Even though it's a word for me, I do know that sometimes even a word that is for you, it is not always just for you. It's sometimes for others that are not really connected to you. It might be for some other people that may be going through similar situations as you are. So I hope that this is something, me sharing my story, would be able to bless you all as well. So as you all know, that I have a organization that I started back in 2014, and I decided that I was going to start a nonprofit, and I went full speed ahead, not knowing exactly how to run it, not knowing how to keep it, not knowing what it took to, you know, really do things the right way. You know, I tried to do my best to maintain it, and it just was not going the way that I thought it was going to go, and it just became very overwhelming trying to deal with all the legal parts of it and trying to manage it, doing the right thing. So I decided that I was going to, you know, just kind of scale back from it a little and just kind of do the smaller end of it, just with, you know, doing donations and making sure that I'm contributing to my community on that level. And I just kind of let it fall by the wayside pretty much after over the last year and a half, 2 years. And I just wasn't really feeling it that much. And I was like, okay, you know, Lord, like, you told me that this was something that you wanted me to do. Like, you gave me this vision, and I just don't understand why it's not going the way that you want it to go. Like, you showed me this and you got me excited about it. You told me that I was going to be imparting into other women. I was going to be changing lives. I was going to be speaking over women. I was going to help women. I was going to be changing lives by sharing my story. Why is this not working out the way that you told me it was going to work out? I just don't understand, okay? And sometimes we think that when things don't go the way that we feel like it should be going, in the timing that we feel like it should go, that we just give up. And although I didn't quite give up all the way, you know, I just kind of put my own spin and twist on it, because I felt like if I was doing other things that was still helping me to feel like I was still in my purpose, but not quite in my purpose. So I was doing other things that made us, that I was calling myself in my purpose, but I really was not in my purpose. Okay, if that makes sense. Sometimes we dip and dab into other things that we're actually not connected to what our true purpose is. We just try to make it seem like we're in our purpose. And y'all, I'm going to keep it all the way real with y'all today, because sometimes we hide behind this mask and we make it seem like we're doing what it is that we're called to do, but we're actually not. Okay. And sometimes we think that because of money, because of status, because of the look, because of what we want people to see, because we want to seem like we got it all together, all of those things don't make you connected to your purpose, which connects you to the Father. Okay, your Father has you here on this earth for a reason, and he has you here to fulfill that purpose. And when that purpose is fulfilled, then you go back to him. Okay, so therefore, as long as you are here, you have a job to do. So you need to make sure that you are committed to fulfilling your purpose. Okay, that is our ultimate goal here on this earth. And when I fulfill my purpose, I want him to say, well done. Okay, that is my goal. And sometimes we forget that it's not about us. It's not about what it is that we desire to do all the time. We get selfish. We get self-centered. We think that everything has to be a show, or it has to be that, we're supposed to be seen, or we're supposed to have credit for what it is that we've done. And the truth is sometimes we're not going to get credit for the things that we do. We have ancestors that paved the way years ago that never saw the credit that they get here today. Okay, because their job was to pave the way for us. Okay, but they never got a chance to see the work that the seed that they planted. Okay, the harvest of the seed that they planted, they never actually get to see that. Okay, so we have to understand that we are here to plant those seeds, and we may not see the harvest. Okay, but the harvest is for our children and our children's children to reap the benefits of, or to plant more seeds and to build more harvest. Okay, so I don't know where that came from, but but like I was saying, I just hope that we all recognize that when we are in our purpose is tied to him, and we have to know that when we are doing the work of the Father, that he recognizes that and he acknowledges that. And we have to acknowledge the things that we desire, even when it's something that we don't desire to do. Okay, we have to acknowledge that we're working for the kingdom. Sometimes we may be tired, sometimes we may not want to do it, but guess what? We have to do it anyway. Okay, because we're not doing it for us. We're doing it for the people that we probably will never ever see again. We never might even meet. Okay, so I wanted to also tell you that I was listening to a sermon, and in this sermon, it was talking about how the story of Martha, Mary, and Lazarus, and how he got sick, and they were all upset because Jesus didn't come when they wanted him to come. Okay, they felt like because Lazarus and Jesus was like ace boo coon, they was besties. They was like road dogs. Okay, so when he didn't come and Lazarus died, they were like, you know what, why are you here? Why are you showing up now? Because he already dead. Like, it's been days. What you gonna do now? And what they didn't realize was that when he had already spoke the word over Lazarus, even though he was from a distance, he had already spoke a word to where by the time he had gotten there, Lazarus would already had heard that he was going to raise him from the dead. He was going to call him out. Okay, he was already going to bring him back. They just didn't know that. There are some things in your life right now that God has already spoken a word over. okay? Some things that you think are dead, that have fallen by the wayside, that you think is stinking, buried, that you just don't think that will ever be resurrected, okay? And I'm telling you, because I really didn't think that God would tell me that I would have to go back and pick back up me rebuilding my organization, okay? Because that's what I'm doing right now, okay? He's telling me to go back and pick it back up in this season. Sometimes God has to remove you from what you're used to, the environment of where you are, in order to raise you back up to where you need to be, okay? He got to pull you from some things, get you isolated by yourself, then bring you back, okay? In order for you to be able to do what it is that he called you to do. And sometimes he just wants you to be obedient, and he wants you to understand that it's not in your timing, it's in his timing, and he wants you to know that when he tells you to move, that's when you move. But when he tells you to wait, you need to wait. And I believe that in this season, God is telling a lot of people that it's time for you to pick some things back up that you thought were dead, that you thought you would never do again, that you thought that you would never be able to be a part of, that you thought you just would not be able to handle. He's telling you now, it is your season. Go get it. It's time for you to do it. Whatever that thing is, if it's going back to school, if it's that hobby you thought you couldn't do, if it's something that you've always wanted, a craft that you've always wanted to be a part of or do, go get it. This is your season. Go do it. I challenge you on today to go out and get whatever it is that you've been wanting to do. Because if he could raise Lazarus from the dead, he called him out. He raised him from the dead. He was already dead days, okay? What do you think he can do for you? For that dream that you thought was dead? He's going to bring it back to life just for you. All you have to do is believe. And I believe that he can do it for you too, because he did it for me. So that's all I got for you guys. I just wanted to share that with you all. Y'all trust and believe in everything that God has for you. Sometimes he isolates you. Sometimes he pulls you out of your comfort zone. Sometimes he pulls you away from what you're used to, from what your comfort zone is, from where your normal is, so that he can have a closer relationship with you. Sometimes he pulls you out of, like for me, sometimes you outgrow the people and places of where you're used to, because your spirit has to be fed a little bit more, because you outgrow some things. You outgrow the people. You outgrow your spiritual life in that area, and you have to grow. You have to go to another place in order for you to grow more. And then sometimes he will even send you back to that area so that you can help other people grow. Okay, sometimes he just has to isolate you in order for you to get what it is that you need. And in this season, that's exactly what he's doing to me, because I have seen the growth in my own life, and I appreciate it so much that he thought so highly of me to even think that this little person, me, that he would just pull me and grab me by myself and just say, hey, daughter, like, I think that it's time for you to just level up. Come on, let me push you out here by yourself. It's time for you to fly, go, you know. And that is something that we all desire, that when it's time for us to fly, that we can spread our wings and just go. Okay, so it's time for you to spread your wings. So y'all have a great day, and remember, until the next time, nobody can do you better than you. So be great at who you have been called to be. Bye.